What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, it is finally freaking Friday. It's week 8 in the NFL season, and the Cowboys, well, they just look terrible. You know, they just look terrible, and you're probably going, why is he all happy? Because I got something to eat. I was quite hangry. Oh, wait a minute. Damn. Forgot something there. I was quite hangry on my live stream. I was literally cussing people out left and right because they just love trolling me. They love trolling me, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, I am probably the homer here, okay? I'm the homer that still, regardless of everything that has happened and transpired with my team, that we are literally the worst at just about everything. We're at the worst of everything. We're worst running the football. We're worst running per yards. We're worst at protection. We're worst at stopping the run. We're one of the worst defenses in football. We're worst at separation. We're not the worst in interceptions, surprisingly, contrary to popular belief. Now, here's what really ticks me off, okay? One, everybody says, well, you'll never say anything bad about Dak. Dak's having a rough time this year. He's having a bad season. He's got more interceptions than anybody than he's had at this point in a season. He's got a lot. But the thing that really miffs me is listening to ESPN. They'll go through and they'll say, well, Dak's playing terrible this season and everything else, and the Cowboys are losing. And they'll go through and they'll say, well, Pat Mahomes has more interceptions, which he does, and less passing yards than Dak. All of the matrix for Pat Mahomes and Dak Prescott, Pat Mahomes is worse. But then they turn around and they say, well, Pat Mahomes finds a way to win. It's like, is Pat Mahomes playing on the defensive line? Because last I checked, they were 5th in scoring defense, 5th in yardage given up. And they're really good at stopping the run. I believe they're 2nd at stopping the run. So when we look at it and say, well, Pat Mahomes, you know, they're 14th in running the football. So when you look at it with Dak Prescott versus Pat Mahomes, I can say Andy Reid is probably one of the best coaches in history. I don't know that I can say that about Mike McCarthy. I don't honestly know that I can say that. And I will say that Pat Mahomes' offensive line, I think, is a little bit better than what the Cowboys have. And their running game is better than what the Cowboys have. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott has not made mistakes. I'm not saying that. But to just say, well, let's just go draft Secure Sanders and we'll be fine. Somebody literally said, we'll just put Dak on the practice squad. What? You have so many holes to fill. You can't trade Dak, okay? Instead of just saying, Dak can't do it on his own, I have a novel idea. How about we stop trying to make him do it on his own? Because I always hear what we can't do. See, for me, can't do isn't in my vocabulary. See, for me, I believe that people don't fail. They just give up. It's like YouTube here. Making on YouTube, the secret isn't that you have to be something special. You got to put in enough work. Most people will stop putting out content and give up before they hit their number. Their number is that number of videos it takes before that one goes big that makes people's eyes open up. They'll do a video or two here and say, well, it's not working for me. People make fun of me and say, well, you put out so much content. You damn right I do. You damn right I do. I'm working hard at trying to do it. When I started, people said, you suck, you're too old, you're too computer illiterate, you don't have a hot body that guys want to see. you're not going to make it on YouTube. Now, I haven't made it on YouTube yet, but I'm still here trying to. This red brick house, when I first saw it, the contract was already signed to have it bulldozed over and hauled away. Didn't stop me. I went and talked to the city manager. He said, you're too late. The contract's already been signed for it to be destroyed. I went out and did a change.org post, posted it on Facebook and everything else. Got over 800 people signed it as far across to Australia. It forced the hand of the city to say, let's revisit this thing. We don't want the bad publicity. I got a meeting with the city council. And as you can see, it didn't get bulldozed over. See, that is called working tirelessly to find a solution. With the Cowboys, we can't afford. We can't afford Derrick Henry. Well, you can't afford not to afford him. He didn't fit. Well, when you have players that can play really well, you find a way to make them fit. Joe Gibbs came from Air Coryell, which is like the modern day offense of throwing the football. He gets to Washington with Joe Theismann and a slow-ass John Riggins, and you know what he did? He came up with the one-back set. He became a running coach, and he rode that to 3 Super Bowls. Instead of saying, what can I make work? Where can I get the pieces I need? We always hear, we can't, we won't, we don't. That's the problem, guys. That's the problem. You literally have Jerry Jones saying, we're exploring things. We got to make sure that there's meat on the bones. Oh, shit. That was just like last year saying, well, we're sitting around, our phone is they can call us with deals. Ain't nobody calling you for deals, man. Ain't nobody calling to try and make you better. You want something, you got to go out there and try and get it. And that's the problem with the Cowboys. I'm trying to remember who said it to me. Because this is in my younger days. I was in a bar and I saw this girl. She looked good. She looked really good. And I said, man, I'd like to ask her to dance. But, and I said to my friend, I said, but she might say no. He said, bro, if you sitting there and don't answer, then the answer is no for sure. You go over there, she might say yes. But if you don't go over there, it's definitely no. So when you have people call Stephen Jones about trading, this is not this year, but last year or the year before, the Lions called you interested in trading a running back to you. You didn't even take the call. When Derrick Henry literally bought another house in Dallas and was begging basically, Cowboys, I want to play there. He might have said, I'll take the veteran minimum because, I'm back home. I got a house here. I ain't got to buy another house. I want to be part of them boys. I want to get that podcast and everything else going on. I'll work for cheap. He might have said that. He might not have said that. But I know what he said when you didn't pick up the phone is nothing. If you want something in life, and this is beyond Jerry and Stephen Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, I'm talking to you. Each and every one of you out there. You know what pisses me off? Pisses me off more than anything else is this whole entitled ass attitude that so many young people have today. That people literally sit and say, well, where's mine? Well, you got something. well, you make it, well, you getting this because, from YouTube, or you getting this, for that. Okay, you know what? It didn't fall out of the sky and everybody said, here, you're going to have 133,000 subscribers, Mark Holmes. Boom. It didn't happen that way. People didn't, it wasn't, boom, here's this house, Mark Holmes, completely fixed and done and everything else. Boom. And so somebody else said, well, when's mine falling from the sky? Life don't work that way. You only get out what you put in. And if you're sitting around waiting for somebody to give you something, then you're wrong. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. This country, if you do the work, you do the work. Whether it's YouTube, cleaning toilets, or whatever, if you strive to be the best, you will be successful. People will go to you. And hard work. I ain't that bright. You know that. I can't pronounce names. I certainly can't spell worth a lick. Thank God that we have voice spell check. Because at least I can speak it. Well, actually, sometimes I can't even speak the right word. I'm dyslexic. I'm old. I didn't know how to use a computer when I started doing this stuff. If I can figure out a way, after being dyslexic, after stuttering, after hating and being literally about ready to piss on myself, talking in public, if I can do that, you can do the world. There's nothing that you can't do. And I get sick and tired of people that sit on their ass and just complain about what somebody else has, and they're not putting in the work. Stop being a waste. And that goes for you, Jerry, Stephen Jones, and any of you mother humpers that are out there sitting complaining about, I ain't got this and I ain't got that. I will never be the guy who will sit in a bar having a drink saying, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Well, you should have. Now get up off your ass and get that shit done. Boy, did this take a crazy weave right through here. Because that's not what I was actually thinking about on this video. I was really thinking that the Dallas Cowboys actually have a chance in this game. After watching the Jets, which seem to be looking at Aaron Rodgers, literally looking old, missing players left and right, seeing the receivers drop the ball and stuff, going against the vaulted Texans, the best team in Texas, and them literally shutting down C.J. Stroud. I know he was missing his receivers, and that's another one of those things you got. Oh, I literally said, well, the Jets got that victory. Oh, well, C.J. Stroud was missing, two of his receivers. Oh, so he gets a pass? Oh, we lost Brandon Cooks, and you can take the other guys we have on the roster not named CeeDee Lamb and put all their combined receptions together, and they ain't got 1,000 yards combined. But we don't get that, though, do we? All right, you good people. Remember to tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again, and I love you guys. And special shout out to, it's late. I got to get up early because I got to get up out of here and get back home. Special shout out. We've had about 20 people who are helping us to get this house registered by buying a personalized brick, getting their name or whatever they want put onto the brick within reason. I don't want any of you Eagle fans coming up with, F you, Mark Holmes. That's not going to fly. We'll send you your money back. But shout out to the people that are helping us to get this house registered. And I'll be in Dallas this time next week, wondering why I'm there, because we got the Joneses. But then the following week I get back here. The next load of bricks I think are scheduled to be here on the 15th maybe. And so we'll be installing those bricks as they come in our walkway. And I really and truly appreciate each and every one. Sorry, I'm tired. Got up early this morning and have been busting a hump to get that thing done before we go up the road. But I really and truly appreciate everything that you guys do to help this Joe Blue Sports Report. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to go sleep now because I'm tired, boss. I'm real tired and very full with the love from you guys. Peace out. How about we free Micah from a podcast?